I was going to wait a few minutes, um, and then I saw people were waiting, so I wanted to get here. How's everyone today? Let's see. Our friend Barb is here. Good day and blessings and hugs, my spiritual brother, and everyone else in the room. Night Watcher is here. I didn't know you guys could chat here before I showed up. That's pretty cool. My cat decided to take the opportunity to come in and meow at me. Barb, did you pick up your friend at the airport? Our friend Flower is here. Hey, Flower. When do you get to change your name back? Barb says, how's your day going? It's going pretty well. The usual. My days don't vary too much, unless something out of the ordinary happens. And I actually prefer the ordinary. I absolutely love my day-to-day routines. I had to, it took some bit. I appreciate change. I know that change happens. But after, when my father died, I really needed, I needed to retreat from the world a bit. I needed to recover from caregiving for my father, being with him when he died, the COVID pandemic. Not that I was, I don't even think I had COVID. At least I never tested positive for it. I felt like I might have some of the symptoms. But keeping my father safe during that time was just stressful. I made a vow as his caregiver that he wasn't going to die isolated in a hospital room away from everyone that he loved. So that meant he wasn't going to get COVID. Because with congestive heart failure in his early 90s, that it would have been too much for him. Let's see. Barb says, yes, we're at Walmart right now. She had to buy some food and stuff. So, yes, Golden's with us, and it was an amazing reunion. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Night Watcher says, oh, early? Yep. I saw people were waiting, so I wanted to come in a little bit early. And Flower is back to being Flower, and yet Flower was always Flower under any name. But it's nice to see it back. Dottie says, hello, I decided to unhide my channel. You know what, Dottie? Nothing, no news I could possibly get today would make me any happier. That's absolutely awesome. And look at that. You get an enthusiastic greeting from Flower. So glad to hear. Me too. Barb says I had COVID 4 times. It's no fun. Yeah, I can imagine. And, like I said, with my father's, his advanced age, the fact that he had multiple bouts of pneumonia, so his lungs were weakened, and then the progression of congestive heart failure, it would have been too much for him. Night Watcher says, is COVID still around? Didn't know. It is still around. I wouldn't say that it is the pandemic, but it is still around. Flower, she did have COVID. Dottie says, thanks, Eric. You're welcome. It's good news for the YouTube world because you have a beautiful channel. You put beautiful content out. I love everything you share from the, plus you're a good friend. So I hate having contact limited. But at the same time, as we were saying, you put out beautiful stuff And man, do we ever need more and more of that right now. Barb says they say that virus X is now here. I haven't heard of that. Night Watcher says I was literally spamming my friends to join the stream. Well, that's awful nice of you. Um, I hope they would appreciate the stream. I know I'm not to everyone's taste and satisfaction, which is the way it should be. I gotta say that I've enjoyed how our conversations have been going lately. As Night Watcher himself pointed out, nice and chill. And not that we haven't had some bumps along the way, but the key isn't, you're never going to avoid friction in life. Ever. The key is how do you navigate that friction? And the people you navigate it with, the people that, keep showing up no matter what. Night Watcher says, none of them joined me. That's okay. And apparently our friend Flower really likes broccoli. I like broccoli too. And I have it virtually every day. So we get a nom nom nom. Night Watcher says I was spamming, so it was annoying, and they muted me. Yep, spamming never helps any situation. As far as getting people in the watch, that would be pretty cool, because I'm now at 3,235 watch hours. I am, if my math is correct, and I'm pretty sure it is because I used a calculator, I am 765 away. That's also this 5 days uncounted. So who knows? That could be another 100. Dottie says, I think if I stayed away, he would have won. I want him to take me down again. I'm happy to hear that because, one, I agree 100%. I support you whatever decision you make because you know what's best for yourself. And you know what? I think he probably needed to take a day to put it down and think it over and see how you wanted to respond. And now you're charging back. Not just charging back, you're fighting back by your presence. 2024, no one should ever have to hide online from anyone. 2024, no one should be a victim of bullying, especially online, especially on a platform that supposedly stands for anti-bullying. And yet it really is rampant. So we have you back, Dottie. Scroll Sniper actually sent in a complaint on your behalf. Night Watcher says I might spam them with your link. Got to get you up no matter what. I appreciate that, but you know what? I think maybe too much spamming, and then they might be resentful. And there's no sense anyone being resentful for you, because you do things for people, you do things for friends out of the goodness of your heart, and you shouldn't have to suffer the consequences for that. So probably better let people find the conversation on their own. Flower says, I don't know why people don't like broccoli. It's so good. It is good. How are you eating it? Is it? I like mine steamed, but not too much, because I still want that texture. I don't want it all mushy. Flower says, that's the spirit, Miss Dottie. Flowers got you back. Dottie says, I love broccoli too. I always eat my veg. Me too. I didn't used to. I was, in my bodybuilding years, I was an avowed meat eater. I didn't like that I was a meat eater because I worked on a veal farm. I saw how animals are treated. But at the time, I was misinformed nutritionally and felt in order for me to keep doing what I was doing, I had to eat meat. And at one point, I just decided no matter what was going to happen, I was through. I was through with meat. I couldn't support an industry that supported, not just supported, but thrived off of the torture of animals. Broccoli said, or sorry, Nightwatcher says, is it immature for me to actually start to gag when eating onions? No, not immature. Dottie says, very true, Eric. It's just a sad situation for YouTube itself. You know, if you say you're going to crack down on something, then every single complaint needs to be taken seriously. And flour, excellent advice. Not people like what they like, not immature of you. I agree. Barb says, I got on last night several times. I was being bullied by email. I wasn't going to let them win, so I took out my Bible and I started reading from it. You can get some deep, deep wisdom and insights from that type of reading. Daddy says, unfortunately, YouTube would not take any of the videos down as they couldn't see anything wrong. It's not their call to say this is right and this is wrong. If the victim feels violated in any way, then they're wrong. It's simple. If someone posts a video about anyone in any kind of derogatory fashion and that person feels violated in any way, my belief, you side with the victim. Flour says, same, steamed. Yep, that's the best way. If you lightly steam it, you retain all of the nutritional benefits. It tastes better. Still has a good texture to it. If you over steam it, it loses all the texture. It also loses quite a bit of the nutritional content. Dottie says, thanks, I'm happy to be here. We're happy to have you here. And if you need anything from us, we definitely got you back. Nightwatcher has an idea. Rebrand your whole channel, change your that and username, and remove most of your identifying videos. Oh, I don't know. I like Dottie being Dottie. Just my thoughts. Mocha McCarty is here. Says hi, and we get a big enthusiastic hi, Mocha, with a star. What did you miss? An extra A? Oh, you missed the exclamation points. Of course. You got to have exclamation points. Mocha says, hi, little ray of sunshine flower. Sunflower. There you go. That's a good nickname. Our friend Flower definitely has a lot of light emanating from her. Shining from her. You gotta love shiny people. Everyone has one. We're all born shiny people, shiny, blessed people. Um, but life has a way of wearing that shine down, unfortunately. Not life itself. Life itself is just life itself. It is the busyness of life, the fact that we are told from a young age that we need to do this and we can't do that. I'm not talking about the safety things that we all need to learn and hear, but we've talked about this before. Actually, and Barb had a really good uh, response to it. That, you know, when we're told what crayons to use and the color inside the lines, um, what we can be when we grow up and what we can't be when we grow up, what's realistic and what isn't realistic. Man, I'm all behind all over again. I'm talking about shiny people and I'm falling behind in the conversation. Give me 1 second, guys. Do my best not to fall too far behind. Dottie says we'll be doing a series of 10 weekly videos of the van build from the van build from the 9th June. So hope you can tune in each Sunday at 7:30 GMT time. What time would 7:30 GMT be? I will, either way, as long as I'm up, I'll have you tuned in no matter what. That's awesome, though. I'm glad that you're going to be. I'm glad you're going to be doing that. You're going to be. I brought up my desktop. Desktop helps me see how far behind I might be falling. Everyone wants to know how Mocha is. Flower says, Mocha, I will forever love my nicknames. Dottie says, obviously, YouTube didn't think I was victimized. Again, just my thoughts. It's not YouTube's call to make. No, you weren't victimized. How can anyone say that? Two, how can an organization that is supposedly priding themselves on the anti-bullying stance get to decide how someone feels and how someone doesn't feel? It's just absolutely ridiculous. How about you assign it to a peer-reviewed group of people who have been in Dottie's situation, and say, hey, is this bullying? Is this being victimized? Instead of having someone in a corporate office say, nah, I've seen worse. Flower says, hey, Dottie, when you get cyberbullied by that dude again, just hit me up. Tell me his channel. See that? Flower's got you back. I imagine Flower can be pretty fierce when she needs to be. Dottie says, I think his channel should be taken down. It's just not tasteful and very negative. Sadly, there's quite a few negative channels. Some actually, it's an entire industry of just trying to bring people down. Dottie says, am I allowed to give his channel name, Flower? Here you are, if you would like. Hey, we're just sharing information. There's no bullying going on. This is someone who has been unkind to a friend of ours. More than unkind. This is someone who has bullied a friend of ours. Barb says bullies are bad, but YouTube is now acting to take them down. I hope so. Nightwatch just says 15 minutes behind, and Yogi's already behind in chat. That's because I have such good people chatting with me. I'm learning to skip past some to keep the flow going, but I don't want to miss anything vital. And, you know, we got a lot of important stuff going on. Dottie says they haven't helped me, Barb. Laura says I need his channel name. Hey, our friend Aldo is here. Aldo, how are you? Aldo has put in some serious work lately. Well, always. But we get to see it more often now. He's doing a lot of live sessions. Barb says, go to the top of your right side of your avatar, click go to help, contact us, and they will text you. They took off 6 videos this week. Hey, that's pretty good. I'm glad to hear that. 7:30 GMT is like 8:39 for me. Barb says, I'm in it every day, being called names and lies about me. I've heard you mention that on your live stream several times, and I'm certainly sorry to hear that. As I mentioned before, I absolutely love your live streams. It's just a really comfortable place. It's the kind of place we all need. It's the kind of place that makes YouTube better. Donnie says, I'll be putting up as premieres so they could help Eric. 2 videos already uploaded for the 9th and 16th of June. But the build up. I heard our friend the Jay Jordan told me that I should be doing premieres. I don't know really how to do premieres. But he said something how it does help your watch hours and your views. Daddy says I'll have to check. Barb. Night Watcher steps up. I got 7 channels at my disposal, Daddy. Give me the name, and 7 reports for harassment are coming. Mocha says, flowers are a ray of sunshine. She can warm your heart, but don't forget, the sun can also burn you if she wants. This is true. Now, one thing, guys, keep in mind, it's good to have a friend's back. Don't get yourself in trouble. Aldo says, doing amazing. Wishing everyone an amazing day as well. What's to talk about? We're talking about bullying, anti-bullying, specifically on YouTube. Not just trolls. Everyone gets trolls from time to time. I get my share of trolls. But the ones who are persistent and they show up just to wreak havoc with someone's channel, their craft, their livelihood. Some people, are seeking to make some revenue off of YouTube. And when you have someone showing up to bully, but as every conversation, we go where it takes us. If you want to throw something out for us, Aldo, we're always up for it. Hey, I'm completely caught up in the chat. Sometimes I think Night Watcher has so little faith in me. Flower says, an immature adult, I see. Sometimes, you can never overlook the wisdom of Flower. She's a wise young lady. Dottie says, I agree, Eric. The best thing is just report any inappropriate behavior. any inappropriate content. Yes, I think so. Barb says I've had report about 15 rooms. Excellent advice from Aldo. They are here. It's part of it. We got to not give them energy. It's an important thing to consider, the energy that we give them. Unfortunately, I have a tendency to um, and maybe engage too much, because I always think, you know what, if someone found their way here and I'm having a positive conversation, I'm trying to offer a little bit of light, then even if you come into troll, you're in the right place. That means, if you're putting out some light, you're going to attract shadows. And the only way to minimize a shadow is more light. I don't know if it always works that way, though. And as has been pointed out to me, that's great in theory. And if it was just me talking, I'd be fine. But I need to make sure that people who come here feel comfortable and safe at the same time. So it's a balance. We do our best to, for me, I take it as a practice. If you're here and you're being unkind, can I return kindness for unkind? Can I return light for darkness, positivity for negativity? Because the only way you could get at something, and Aldo can certainly displays this in his life, the only way you get good at something is to practice. Compassion, empathy, kindness are all things that we can practice at any time. Barb says I've had to turn in about 300 emails and the law is dealing with them. Wow. And Aldo says let them fly like a bird. Our friend Goldie's here. Goldie, how are you? Daddy says, Aldo, I have blocked on all my social media and trying to ignore any videos he puts up about me. I just don't understand why. It's one thing showing up on someone's channel and saying something negative in a live stream or leaving a negative comment. It's another thing to literally make a video disparaging someone. That you're wasting your creative energy to be that negative towards someone, as if it's going to serve any purpose in any way. That there's still people, I keep saying in 2024, maybe I'm more hopeful than I should be on how things are progressing, but in 2024, that anyone still thinks that if you don't like someone, you have the right to make a video to tear them down, to tear their entire lives down. Barb says, one thing I learned is not to say the person's name when attacked. They want the attention. Excellent advice. I guess they feel, Flower says he puts hashtag funny on almost every single one of his shorts. It's not even funny. People have weird senses of humor. And not the good weird sense of humor. I certainly have a weird sense of humor, but I don't have a cruel sense of humor at all. Goldie is saying hi to Dottie. Aldo says it's the hardest thing to practice sometimes. It is, because, we're conditioned to, from a young age, we're conditioned against our basic instinct of being good to attack and attack and attack. If you even sense, and we witness it, so we learn it not even verbally all the time. We see it. We see, parents that bicker, parents who are easily offended and jump to conclusions and are willing to take someone down for the most inane activity or the most inane act. And we become conditioned that that's what we do. We lash out and we lash out and we lash out. So our innate goodness is covered up. So we practice to literally be ourselves again. So if you guys want to visit a really fun channel, I was about to say really fun fitness channel, but Crusades of Motivation, although it's not just an exercise channel, he's got a positive message. It's a life affirming message that he puts out there for everyone. It's the guys, you can do this. Just don't stop. Just keep trying, put in the reps, put in the effort. And he doesn't just mean exercise, in life itself. I think you guys would really like spending time with Aldo on his channel. I know I do. But I can say that about each and every one of you guys. And I do, quite often. Everyone here is a perfect example of what YouTube is all about. You put in no small degree of positivity in a world that needs it desperately. Dottie says he even likes his own videos. Always a bad sign. Barb says, boy, Yogi, you are so right. They did mega videos and keep doing it. Too much to take down one time. Goldie says she's good, chilling at work. So Goldie, yesterday I think you mentioned that you were 6 days in of work. Today, does that make day number 7 in a row? I don't think anyone works harder than Goldie. For one thing, Goldie is always working for others. You'll find her on YouTube live streams, doing what she can to help people. Barb says, I don't really know them. They just attacked. I haven't really been attacked. I've had some strange situations on my live stream, but nothing where I've ever felt personally attacked. I've had people come in and make funny comments about me. I even had one young person come in yesterday and out of the blue say that my head looked like an egg. Can you imagine that, guys? But nothing ever really mean has come in my direction. But you guys definitely witnessed we've had some tension, maybe. All this says it's not saying a lot about its character. No. But all those things they definitely point at someone who's a bully. Dottie says, I made a video on my old channel after I bought the van saying, I think that was dodgy. I remember that. I remember you mentioning that, as it was his nephew that tested it, and there was way too many faults I was not made aware of. Which is a fair review. Flower says, is he single? Because there's a reason why. But man, I fell behind all over again. Oh, this says, thank you. You're welcome. And, thank you for your channel and what you put out there. I love seeing that you've been able to put out more and more live streams. That's awesome. Sometime, Aldo, I'd love to hear what you want to do with your channel. Because I think with your message, where you've been through in your life, your artwork that you do. If you guys don't know, Aldo is a tattoo artist. I think your channel could be huge. I mean, I think it could be one of those, like, you know, mega subscriber. Dottie says, I just think the man is very sad and obviously just some kind of mental health problems. Very empathetic and compassionate way of looking at it. I tend to try to see people from where they're coming from as well. Not always easy, but almost always somewhere in their mind they think they are right for doing what they're doing. And we've all probably have been in a situation where we try to tell someone, no, you're not right, and they just keep insisting over and over again that they are. And we know it's never going to sink in. You can't keep telling someone they're wrong and finally they go, oh, okay, I must be. You said it 42 times, so I must be wrong. But what you can do is, again, you just keep being that positive light in the face of negativity. As Aldo says, not easy, but again, it's a practice. What are the alternatives? Oh, Goldie says chilling at home, not at work. Great. Glad to hear you have a day off. Night Witch says traveling chalks would like the old guy. Barb says I want to share something and play it every day. Let's see. Bringing it up on my desktop. I have it up so I can watch when we're done. Goldie says she used to saying at work. Yeah, especially 6-day-a-week shifts, that's for sure. Barb says the video is short, but heart-lifting and very inspiring. The best kind. That's what I love about YouTube Shorts. They pack a punch. You can put so much good vibrations in a YouTube short. Dottie says I do too. I think he picks on her, and I have met her. Yeah, this guy gives off all kinds of warning bells. Goldie says, but that wasn't the first occasion that someone was saying something about your head. Night Watcher says, I didn't expect an old guy to be a bully. Yeah, they come in all ages, shapes. Flower will be right back. Barb says, I put my face on a picture of a really fat woman. And Goldie says, guys, bullies come in all sizes and ages. This is true. And excellent advice from Goldie. Barb, water on a duck's back. Yep. I've been reading a lot on the live streams, talking a lot and reading from the 4 agreements. Don't take anything personally at all. Because, one, that's not you. You're not that woman. It reflects 100% on him and not on you. And another, he's not just picking on you, he's picking on that other woman as well. As if there's something wrong with her. So we don't take anything personally. And again, it comes back to a practice. Not what it says. Goldie, mean older people have more wisdom, maturity, and common sense. So, yep, I understand what you're saying. Unfortunately, you know what? Life doesn't always teach people that. Sometimes we refuse to learn the lessons that life keeps bringing us, and we stay immature, and we lack wisdom, and we don't have common sense. Careening through life. Boris said, yeah, Goldie, I'm learning it doesn't bother me like it used to. That is definitely a sign of um, personal spiritual growth when you let things slide. When things just, it's not so much that you're letting them slide, it's that they slide on their own. As Abraham Maslow, the father of positive psychology, said, you become independent of the good opinion of others. All right, let's do our best to catch up here. Barb says our bullies are narcissists. I believe that's true. Aldo says my channel is a way I thought about giving back. With someone gave what someone gave, and many still giving. And you certainly do it well. All of your videos, from when you're just sitting chatting, or when you're exercising with your son, or when you're putting in an intense workout, you just got such a positive message. Definitely urge you guys to spend some time with Aldo. Night Watcher says, everyone, today was my brother's birthday. He's officially 3 years of age. Please wish a happy birthday. Happy birthday to your little brother, Night Watcher. May you have a long and happy life. Barb says, Wolf's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to Wolf. Hopefully we'll see him or have a chance to wish him a happy birthday. Dottie says, anyway, guys, I need to go. Got some paperwork to do. Y'all take care and have a great evening. Thank you, Dottie. Thank you for coming in. And, man, you made my day, letting me know that you are staying where you are, and you're facing down the bully. So, hey, let's not give out personal information, though, guys. We keep our place clean. Our friend C. Peyton is here. Kathy, how are you? It's nice to have Kathy back. Goldie says, Night Watcher, it should be like that. But to go to a movie, Anna and the King, age and wisdom don't always go hand in hand. This is true. Let's see, am I caught up? I think so. Let's see. Night Watcher says his little brother's name is, and for my benefit, he breaks it down. Dastan, I believe. Happy birthday, Dastan. Big happy birthday to him. So my thoughts, the best way to combat any of the bullying, any of the negativity, I think this is direction that Dottie decided she was going to go, is you don't fight back by fighting. Not in those kind of cases, because there's always an escalation. You fight back by being the person that you are, by being the person that concentrates on their gifts and what they want to do. Dottie has a beautiful channel, and it's just going to get more so. Remember, this is her second channel, and she worked really hard to regain some of her subscribers. She puts out some great nature videos. She's working hard on restoring a van, and she's sharing that with all of us. So we had the slow mode on. No one had faith in me, which is fine. I've actually thought about turning it on, as mentioned by a friend, UK Medic, on how to, but I couldn't quite figure out how to do it. Night Watcher says, fight bullies with emotional damage. Night Watcher says, accidentally turned it on. Well, it helped. So sometimes accidents serve a good purpose. Maybe more than every 1 minute, though. I see that it's been turned on for a minute. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Barb says, I don't give them more attention. Don't say their names. They will find someone else soon. Sometimes I think about that too. That, hey, maybe it's better if I do keep them here. Because I always feel like, I can certainly handle that kind of stuff. Mocha says, emotional damage. Flower says, slow mode. 5-second mode probably works best. Although, what works best for you guys? I don't want to limit your conversation in any way. I catch up when I catch up. As mentioned before, obviously I have a tendency to give a whole big sermon on almost everyone's comments. Night Watcher says that turn on inappropriate word review. Let's try for 2 seconds and see how that goes. Flower says, hey, you didn't repeat the... did I miss it? Where did he say? But I will repeat it here. Flower says, hey, you didn't repeat the ah. Man, I hope you guys don't make me do that again. Goldie is playing Sudoku. I actually have never played. I know people who love it passionately. Lara says, yay, you repeated it. Only for you. Barb says, keeps the mind young, which is important. Our friend Laradox is here. Definitely important to keep the mind young. We were talking about that yesterday, Barb. Rerouting the neurological pathways of the brain, which can be done in all kinds of different ways. Meditation being one of the better ones. Breath work being one of the better ones. Even simply doing very gentle yoga asanas. Flower says, what flag is this? I don't know. I know it's not the Myanmar. And I should get some props for saying Myanmar, by the way. Saying Myanmar is almost as much fun as saying Bangladesh. Which reminds me, I have not had the opportunity to get my cheat sheet, La Akira. I want to say that once a day when our friend Barb comes in. Gordy says it's not exactly playing, it's logic. Yeah, I think that's the thing that keeps the brain firing. Night Watcher's taking a guess that it's Scottish or a Finnish. Barb says yes, they keep going and all sorts of things to keep the pain levels down, keeping the mind away from thinking of pain. And I'll keep exploring, seeing what else we can do that might be helpful for you. Goldie thinks it's St. George's flag. St. George's? Yes. That's that. I'm going to guess Mexico. I could be wrong about that. Our friend Amaz Purpose is here. Says hi, Yogi, blessings, and hi to everyone. Hello, my friend. How are you? I appreciate the live streams that you've been doing lately. Always nice when I get the opportunity to visit. Laura says Mexico is this. Amy's here. Amy, how are you? I used Amy in my second live stream. Amy as an example of positive spamming that she just kept putting out. What were your exact words, Amy? Love, compassion, forgiveness. And man, I think even just putting those words out there repeatedly, just dropping them as reminders that this is what we're capable of, this is what we can do, this is what we should do in the face of negativity, changes the entire vibratory quality of a live stream. Let's see. Amy says she's doing well. Kathy says I probably won't be doing live streams anymore. Why is that, Kathy? Our friend Ahmed is here. Hi, sir, and all friends. Hello, my friend. How are you? So, I'm going to mention this. I often forget. I'm always surprised and slightly impressed with myself when I remember. If you guys could hit the like button if you like it. Amy says love, kindness, and compassion. what a great message. Just to drop it. You know what I mean? Strategically in place throughout a live stream, and everyone can remind themselves. I honestly don't think the people here um, that show up and engage on a regular basis uh, need it, but it's a great reminder that we can all practice it in any time whatsoever. But of course, we have people who have popped in from time to time who, um, for them, it might be a very important message and a great reminder. And again, it just raises the entire vibration of the live stream. Just makes me think that with the right people, um, how far you could take something like this. Take this type of conversation where everyone is just literally vibing on love, kindness, and compassion. Um, Flower says, so chat, Yogi, what flag do you think this is? I'm going to say Denmark. I have no reason to believe it's Denmark, but I'm just throwing it out there. Everyone's saying hi. Kathy says, because nobody ever comes in, I'm tired of doing them when nobody shows up. I can understand. I made a promise to myself that I was going to go live no matter who showed up. And I actually mentioned that to our friend Nightwatcher. I'm actually going to enjoy every aspect of a live stream. Sometimes it really is just me. And I'll just keep talking. It's good practice. It's not so much that I like to hear myself talk, that it just helps me air things out, to think in a different way when I'm doing it out loud, seeing where the conversation goes, even when it's just me, or if it's just a few people. I've had some great conversations one-on-one with so many of you, or two or three of you in a chat, and I love it when lots of people show up. I've fallen really behind. Nightwatcher says, how is that Denmark? Shot in the dark. Ahmad said, it's great job, dear sir. All friends are very cooperative and supportive here. I agree. Almost everyone. 99.9%. And we've had the opportunity where people have showed up and maybe not 100%, in sync with what we're talking about. But, I think after a bit, they come to enjoy it. Barb says, we have to remember we deserve to have peace in our lives. We deserve respect and kindness. We are important. I agree, 100%. Barb says, I need the same thing. If no one comes in, it's still there for others to see later. And Barb's doing her work. She's doing her craft. So that's, I mentioned before, that's what I love about Barb's live stream, is you just get the feeling that you knocked on a neighbor's door and she was doing her craft and drinking coffee or drinking tea and invites you in, and you get to spend a little time there. Peyton says, last live stream I did was in the afternoon and wasn't paranormal, and nobody showed up. You mentioned before that you thought you might uh, steer away from paranormal. Although, if that's your passion, I don't know. I say stick with it. It's definitely not easy. It's not easy building an audience at all. Alda says, sorry guys, I had to take a call. No problem at all, my friend. Flower says, you guys can't guess any country's flag. My father would have been able to tell you each and every one, unless it was something changed. Mocha says, that's Myanmar's flag. Flower says, no. Oh, she's asking if Mocha cheated. Mocha says, no. She honestly guessed because that's your country. That's logical. Barb says, follow your passion for that is what makes you unique. Stay the way you are. I agree with Barb. And also, one of the things that I'm really practicing is, I keep using that term, practice. It is an important term for me. Anything that I've ever gotten good at, even things that I haven't gotten good at, but I enjoy doing anyway, has all been a practice. And the important thing is surrender the attachment to outcome. The outcome's secondary. The joy of doing what you do is primary. And when you can do that, you find the right people start showing up. And I think we could all definitely get behind helping C. Peyton on her live stream, sharing her out, showing up when we're able to, even showing up just for a few minutes to let her know, hey, we're here. But as I've been mentioning, because, I did the deep dive in the Bhagavad Gita, and the entire message of the Bhagavad Gita is surrendering the outcome. That, as Krishna says to Arjuna, that you are entitled to your actions, but not for the fruits of the actions. The fruit of the actions belong to God. So you just keep on course, as Barb said. Ahmad said, my best wishes to all friends for happiness and good health. And to you too. Ahmed, I appreciate that. I appreciate you always visiting, as well as your channel. Runner Boy is here. I got to spend a little bit of time with Runner Boy this morning as he was putting into his Monday workout. I left to go on my walk. When I come back, he was finishing up his presses. Night Watcher, pancake versus waffles versus crepes. Some say crepes. I've been told that either or is correct, so no need to correct me on that. And the answer, as always, is pancakes. There's no pancakes versus. There's just pancakes. Amy says, see, Peyton, there are many factors as to why no one showed up. Never ever let that stop you from continuing to just be you. Excellent advice from our friend Amy. So I hope you guys have an opportunity to be connected with everyone. I know many of us have met in the same spots. So that's certainly helpful. Speaking of which, I've been checking just to see if our friend Mayhem and Miracles is doing a live stream. So far, I haven't seen anything. I do see, by the way, that our friend Eric Lapointe has a couple new shorts up. He has another snake, and he has a Memorial Day salute. Flower says, when's your next live, Miss Peyton? Maud says, yes, sir. Runner Boy says, I did my live earlier today. I got 80 people. Man, that's fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Let's see. I certainly have not gotten close to 80 people. That's definitely helping your watch hours, Runner Boy, that's for sure. Peyton says I haven't planned one. So, whenever some good friends have sent me videos of how to do live streams and stuff, and they always say, plan it out, have a topic, stick with it, don't go off course, always bring it back. I have never done that. What do you guys do? Milka is offering some crepes wisdom. Crepes or crepes? You guys tell me. Flower, seems like Americans don't know how to make crepes correctly. I just keep alternating, saying it one way. It's a 50-50 chance I'm going to get it right either way. They're like pancakes, just slightly thinner than pancakes, but not thin enough to be crepes. Crepes. All right, I'm not too far behind. Night Watcher says, yeah, my dad makes monster crepes, even though I hate him. I do agree he is great making food. Hey, food is an act of love. Sometimes it's an act of misplaced love, but feeding, nourishing people, that is truly, truly a great service to the world. A great service to each other. A great way of showing. Many people simply don't know how to demonstrate love. So to be able to do something like that is the only means that they have. And I'm certainly not saying that, is or isn't the case with our friend Night Watcher and his father, but just one of the things that I consider sometimes, that great act of being able to do that for someone. When I took over the cooking duties for my father, people would often ask me as a vegan, do you mind cooking meat for your father? And my answer was, he's my father. I don't mind doing anything for my father. Do I always like doing something? No. But do I mind? Absolutely not. Flower says to Kathy, you should make them like Eric's the same time every day. Then I can know when to come. I'm not sure anyone needs to be as retentive as I might be in my schedule. I'm not really retentive. I mentioned before, man, my life is really regimented from when I wake up and what I do, but absolutely none of it feels regimented. Everything feels very spontaneous and natural, and it's a joy for me to do. I'm always eager to dive in, from my morning meditation and yoga to that 1 cup of coffee for the walks that I take. Runner Boy says, I have one guy with 3 different alternate accounts on my channel. currently talking trash, but it seemed like it boosts my DMY video by 100 views. Hey, it all counts. Runnerboy is getting close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So if you're not subscribed to Runnerboy, would definitely appreciate visiting his channel, showing some support if you have a mind to. For me, he has one of the best workout channels on YouTube, one of my most enjoyable ones. Two people really stand out in how well they do voiceovers. Runnerboy is one, and our friend Duncan Walsh of Duncan Walsh Fitness Motivation is another. Ahmed says, Runnerboy, great job, my friend. Speaking of which, speaking of our friend Ahmed is a superior YouTuber in my view. Everything he does just seems 100% the way it should be done. And that includes being a moderator, his channel, his shorts, his live streams, everything he does just seems, I don't know, perfect. Let's see. Nightwatcher says, Yogi, should I do a subscribers only chat mode? You know what? I'm gonna say yes to almost everything that sounds like it might be a creative adventure. Give it a try and let's see how it goes. Boy says, most of them turned in for my main workout or exercise. The bench then dropped down. It was 80 in total in one go. Nightwatcher says that's completely bogus. The most popular streamers, just old reactions to random videos. Huh, interesting. I like adding this to that spontaneity of the day. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what everything's going to go. I love when people say, so what's the conversation about? Because we can make it about anything you guys want. And we can do it all at once. It never has to be just one thing. Sometimes it turns on a button. Turns on a button, turns on a dime. Kathy says, oh my God, that's screwed up. I would flower, but you don't get as many, as much in the daytime. What about once, twice a week, maybe setting it as a premiere? Pick the time that, I don't know when the best time to do it is. I think that's why I do it twice. Plus, I enjoy it. But I'd be willing to bet if you 2 or 3 times a week, at the same time that works best for you, that you also think is going to attract the most people, then people know this is C. Peyton time, and I at least want to be able to check her out. For me, I think regularity sort of it gives something people can count on. They know I'm going to be here every day. Gives them an opportunity to do something else, or it gives them an opportunity to come here and visit. Boy says, remake crepes on pancake day. Well, everyone does in Ireland. You guys have a pancake day? I'm definitely living in the wrong country. Laura says nighttime's also fine. And C. Peyton is now subscribed to Runner Boy. Awesome. So Ireland has a pancake day. Let's see. I'm just looking up real quick how many subscribers Runner Boy has. 955. He's getting there. And his watch hours are going to be creeping up even more with these big, long live sessions. All right, let's dig in. See if I can catch up. Flower has 114 views on a vid. Awesome. Well deserved. Amy said, did I do that? I'm not sure. Runner Boy says that my videos seem to be doing better as they have more time between them, as I guess they would. Amy said, Eric, did you turn on sub mode? I may have done it by accident. I don't know. Nope, I didn't turn anything on. What is sub mode? And do you guys want it on? Does it help? Oh, there you go. I see what it is. Runner Boy says, I think my time have the worst, thinks his lives have the worst time mode as I have a big American audience. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. when I catch you. Flower says, and I have no idea what's happening. We can leave it off. Probably better. That way people, non-subscribers can come in and see what this is all about. Night Watcher says, my mom is growing rapidly. She got 1K subs in a week. Wow. And she got monetized in 2 weeks. Wow. She's already made $20 or 2K. As you know, that's a lot of money in Bangladesh. Well, how did she get monetized in 2 weeks? That's amazing. My hope is to hit that 4,000 watch hour mark by the first day of summer or last day of spring. Man, Runner Boy says, yes, they have a pancake day. Every country should have a pancake day. I can't help but think that how much better the world would be. There might actually be world peace if every single country had pancake day. No one wants to fight after pancakes. Flower says we have a day for Pacific food. It's very good. I love it. Awesome. Runner Boy says we also have a World's Food Day. So food from different countries and stuff. Hey, that's pretty awesome. Amy says subscribers only. I turned on. Oh, we don't want sub mode on Night Watcher. We want everyone welcome, because we get all kinds of people here. Remember, there was a time when you and Flower, weren't subbed and you came here to visit. MS Purpose says, blessings to you, my friend. Oh, Goni says they can come in, they just can't comment. Yeah, I always think it's better to keep it open, allow people to come in and comment, and then we could decide, does it add to the conversation? Does it just detract or distract from the conversation? Night Watcher says I put on any duration, so if you subscribe, you automatically can chat. So it's a win-win. But what if people just want to chat and they don't want to subscribe? I like having things wide open as much as possible. Runner Boy says I hope to hit 3K anytime. Awesome. I'm gonna put up your playlist. I was happy to leave you on all morning during my walk, and I'll leave you on some more. So let's leave that completely off. I want everyone to have an opportunity to say whatever they would like to say. Goldie says what they might want to fight for pancakes. Would they fight for pancakes or fight against pancakes? Because there's very few things I take a hardline stance on. But I will take that hardline stance on the defense of pancakes. I will stand up for their pancakes every single day. On that subject, an International Food Day seems like a pretty amazing way of opening up your world to the larger world. That if you enjoy the food of another country, I think you're going to be a little more open-minded about other countries. Flower says I'd fight for pancakes. It's good to know that I have someone by my side fighting for the rights of pancakes. Runner Boy says I remember Russia tried to drive a warboat into Irish water and Northland, and all those countries sent ships to block them from entering. Awesome. The Netherlands. Night Watcher says I'd fight for chocolate waffles. I'm not a huge chocolate person. For me, vanilla in everything. Not everything, but everything that deserves vanilla. I'm not anti-chocolate, that's for sure. Milka says the battle for pancakes. And I'm going to throw you all off and say that I like French toast. I do know that you like French toast. I'm not a big French toast person. I'm not anti-French toast. I've had it and I've enjoyed it. Given a choice between French toast and pancakes, I think in my heyday, I would just say bring them both on. In my ultra running days after a race, sure. Let's start with the French toast and finish off with the pancakes. So here's the question. Is French toast actually French? Does it have its origins in France? We got a yum from Flowers. Night Watcher says, I have more patriotic respect for chocolate waffles than my country. Such is the love of breakfast pastries. Amy says, my sub to hour ratio is just off balance as I am adding another video per week. If I can. Not totally committed to it yet, but I am trying. Amy, let's see. Let me bring your channel up. So I mentioned before, I love bringing people's channels up while we're talking, just to see. Amy, how are you doing on watch hours? I see you're at 866 subscribers, so you're getting close to that. If I had to do things over, I would concern myself less with subscribers and really work hard. I would have gone live stream sooner. I got that advice from Masha, Mayhem and Miracles, when um, she said that she got her watch hours well before she got 1,000 subscribers, and I was impressed and asked her how. She said, just doing live streams, just going and talking. I had already been doing live streams, but I was keeping them at about like 20 minutes, thinking, who wants to hear me talk for an hour? I wasn't even sure I wanted to hear me talk for an hour. So, Amy, I can definitely add you on for watch hours. Each and every one of you guys, you have my full support in what you're doing on YouTube, because I just believe that these type of channels, it's what makes YouTube, what makes YouTube special for me, to be able to come here and see the stuff that you love, the passions that you have, and then sharing it out. Night Watcher says, tacos every day of the week. Goldie says, fight among each other to have more pancakes. It's a pancake free-for-all. Taco Tuesday every week. Not a bad idea. It's been a long time since I've had tacos. Tacos are a great thing for vegans. You can put almost anything in a taco shell. Laura says she doesn't like chocolate. I like it. I'm not crazy about it. Don't go out of my way for it. I certainly don't want chocolate pancakes or chocolate with my pancakes. I don't want chocolate chips put in my pancakes. Chocolate chips belong in cookies, preferably oatmeal cookies, that are far away from having any sign of a raisin whatsoever. What is the deal with putting raisins in cookies, man? Roka says Pancake Soldier. Amy is at 500. All right. We can work on that. All of us can be here for each other. And I'm caught up. Amy says, yes, that's why I started lives again. Yeah, it's just a really easy way. Not easy. Like all things, you put in the work. Going live certainly isn't easy. It's fun. It's engaging. It's definitely worthwhile. But I definitely wouldn't say easy. I see, yep, you had a live yesterday. Sorry I missed that. Need to make sure that I get every single one of your subscription, of your, what are they called? Announcements? So guys, be on the lookout for live streams from Amy, for hopefully live streams from our friend C. Payton. Let's see. Amy says, but there needs to be a balance with that too. I agree. Amy says, your watch hours is why I'm here when I can, but I truly enjoy the conversation. Well, thank you for that. For both of that. For being here for the watch hours, which is greatly appreciated. And to let me know that you enjoy the conversations. I know we hit some bumpy spots from time to time. And that's entirely my fault. It's never the fault of the people who come here, even if they're trolls or whatever. It's never their fault because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Trolls gonna troll. Um, and again, it's a good opportunity to practice, but at the same time, it's a great opportunity for me to keep steering the conversation in a positive way. And if it comes to it and it needs to be blocked, then it needs to be blocked. Nightwatcher says, my waffle soldiers are ride to battle. We shall all die tonight. We shall not die in vain. We will fight for our comrades. We shall will die for our future generations. My soldiers fit. My soldiers cry. All for the sake of waffles. When will the breakfast pastry warfare end is what I want to know. Pancakes and waffles side by side. So, Amy, I'm going to be on the lookout for your live streams. Man, I see 2 hours, 39 minutes, 3 hours. That's awesome. Amazing. I've really come to appreciate the amount of stamina it takes to be able to do this for 3 hours. And what was it the other day that Masha did 6 hours? Our friend Noble has done 12-hour live streams. Our friend Odom is here. Odom, how are you? Nightwatcher says, Yogi, big dogs or small doggos? And I'm going to give a Mocha McCarty answer. Dogs. All dogs. Every single one of them. Small dogs, big dogs, medium-sized dogs. There is no wrong dog. There certainly might be some wrong dog people. Amy says right now it is Saturday at 7 p.m. I'm going to be on the lookout. So while we're on the topic of YouTubing as YouTubers, premieres. What are they for? Is it worth it? Um, 7 Eastern Standard Time, I do live scrolling. Man, that would be awesome to see. And you know what? That makes it even more amazing. Doing that fine-tuning with the saw, amazing. Guys, if you can check out Amy on a live stream doing that, you will be in for a treat. Nightwatcher says, grumpy fat cats or lean mean cats. I'm going to stick with my answer that I gave for dogs. All cats are good cats. I've had grumpy fat cats and I've had lean, evil, narcissistic cats. Maybe not narcissistic cats. I've always had really good cats. They've come in all shapes and sizes. Odom says, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well, Odom. How's everything in the garden? What is coming up for harvest? Nightwatcher says, premieres don't really do anything if you're not super popular. I'm certainly not super popular. I'm like the new kid in high school. Looking for a group to hang out in. Fortunately, I was sort of a independent, minding my own business in high school. Odom says you got a lot of watch hours from Premiere. I need to do more. I need to figure out how to do them then. See, I told you. Mocha says all the dogs. There is no wrong dog. Amy says, this last one whooped my butt. It is tiring to do without a break, 30 minutes or more, but I'm starting to get used to it. Endurance scrolling. It could be a new Olympic sport. So one thing I'll throw out there for people who want to get more watch hours, just what I found, not just for me, but in being able to help other people out, have a playlist, have several playlists. And that way people can play everything, play all, and have it play throughout the day. Odom says blueberries and blackberries, gooseberry and potato soon. I don't believe I've ever had a gooseberry before. Love blueberries and blackberries. And Verona Boy says Premier. Are you familiar with them, Verona Boy? Amy says endurance scrolling. Now that's funny. We could have separate events, endurance scrolling and power scrolling. We just do it once, really quick. That's the power. Verona Boy says gooseberries are the best ones. We get them. I'm going to have to look for them in the store. Yeah, I don't recall ever having one. Got a mulberry bush in my neighborhood. It's been tempting Mocha as we walk by it. Odom says, Premiere is just a recorded live stream. I never saw an option to do it that way, though. I thought all of mine were recorded. So much to learn. Runnerboy says, we get them wild. I don't think I've ever seen them in the wild. Interesting. Runnerboy says in the shops. I mean, I've never seen. I'm not even sure I could identify a gooseberry. I'm going to look at an image real quick. Odom, do you make preserves or jam with your... Now there's an interesting question. The difference between preserves, jelly, and jam. And the throw everyone for a loop and marmalade. So I see there's rainbow, sweet, golden, black velvet gooseberry. Interesting. The Cape gooseberry actually doesn't, for me, doesn't appear to be very appetizing. Ah, okay. Odom says he recorded beforehand and just schedule it as a premiere. Interesting. Amy says when you upload a video, it is the last screen to schedule the live. It said as a premiere if you want. Okay. See, because I don't upload my lives. It seems it just happens by itself. I just press the go live and then I talk and then it shows up. Runner Boy says, but they're really nice, grow on hedges, along roads and stuff in the country. Nice. Yeah, we have the mulberry bushes growing right along the paths and the sidewalks, as well as I believe we have blackberries. Let's see. Night Watcher says, "Oh, to my friend, sorry to interrupt. Premieres aren't for recorded live stream. It's just a timer before a video is officially released." Amy says, "Correction, schedule the video, not live." Okay. Runner Boy says, "Yeah, Premiere is just a way to set a video upload time." And Runner Boy says, "We get the big green ones." Yeah, the green ones definitely look more appetizing than the little orange ones. And that is like a sour grape, but sweet as well. Awesome. I'm going to have to look for those. Odom says, "Yes, jelly and jams." Okay. Milka thinks she might have had gooseberries before. And that preserved is more fruit, jam is slightly less, and jelly is just fruit juice and sugar. Ah, she thinks. It sounds right. Amy says, "I use StreamYard on my live streams." I actually recently signed up for StreamYard. I haven't used it. Um, Everything's been done through the YouTube platform. Uh, and Amy says she does that so she can schedule them. I have never done live through the YouTube platform. And that you can schedule with YouTube as well. The more I learn how much I don't know, um, the more I make an inner vow to keep things as simple as possible. But we'll see. Amy says, "I never knew that Runner Boy. I'm just familiar with StreamYard, and it works for me." Yeah, it's been suggested that I get StreamYard, and then other people said they found. Actually, Barb mentioned that she thought more trolls came along with StreamYard. Kathy says, "Most of the time, StreamYard works pretty good." Um, yeah, I'm going to have to look into that more. All of that, actually. So much good advice out there. Runner Boy says, "Oh yeah, I got a squat rep PR, 100K times 10. My legs are sore." Yeah, I bet. Anything by 10, especially a PR. Amy says, "I am troll free at the moment, but I have moderators that are on top of the game. If they show up, I honestly have zero tolerance for trolls." Um, Probably a good policy. I go back and forth. Night Watcher says he's just lurking while drawing. I'm glad to hear you drawing. Vernon Boy says, Amy, I have one troll. He's made 5 accounts right now. Wow. And it's commented on my channel as I speak. Yeah, you mentioned him before. He's made videos of you before, hasn't he? So, we'll probably get ready to wrap things up soon for the afternoon. I'm usually back 5-ish, 5 o'clock, 5:10. Runner Boy says, no, this is a different guy. The one that makes videos doesn't comment on my page. It's just weird that somebody devotes that much energy to that kind of thing when they could be doing art, they could be doing a craft, they could be writing, they could be out taking photographs in nature, and yet they've taken it as some kind of a mission to do something like that. I just don't understand it. Kathy says, I am so glad I've gotten rid of my trolls for now. I don't know if I've actually had trolls. Maybe I have, and I just didn't see them that way. Maybe they turned into trolls after being here for a bit. I just sometimes think I see people come in, and I definitely have people who come in with a negative sense of energy, where you just chaos follows every time, and I always feel bad. Are they doing it intentionally? Is it by accident? Does it happen to them in real life, where they just stroll into a room and there's a little bit of a darkness that might follow? However, I would imagine that as a channel grows, the chances of getting trolls grows increasingly. Vernon Boy says, yeah, but I think the mass amount of comments boosted my video. Yeah, probably so. Night Watcher says, I've got a bit of the anatomy game down. Yeah, awesome. Night Watcher, it's a craft, drawing. It's something that you just need to, like the other day, you mentioned that you felt bad that you were just doodling. Doodling is practice. It's how you get better. Verona Boy says, that's why I don't like to share channels, because they go to people's channels I share. Yeah, I thought about that as well. I actually said that to Barb. I was hesitant to share her channel because I don't want people showing up who might have ill intent. And she's dealt with enough without anyone bringing anything to her. Kathy says, I had some people that hate me because I wouldn't do drama. They are leaving me alone now. See, that's another thing is, you know, I just don't understand it. Kathy's a good person. Absolutely love Kathy. I just can't imagine someone not going there and wishing her the best in what she's doing. Amy says that she refused to entertain drama. Again, it's good policy. If I have something to say, I say it, and that's it for me. Runner Boy says, my trolls are the same ones since I started. Usually I don't have any new ones. I guess they're out there, you know? And as mentioned before, I think the more passion, the more love that you put into your project, um, the brighter the light, and the brighter the light, the more darkness is exposed. The good thing is, the only true way to combat any darkness whatsoever is to just keep being that bright light. Shadows flee the light. Peyton says I spoke up and said I wouldn't do drama anymore because I have going on in my life. I do appreciate that firm stance, and it's definitely something I need to be mindful of. Runner Boy says the guys left 20 comments on my squat video, and I'll probably ban soon. I saw someone say something about one of your squats. You got excellent form. No one goes deeper. No one could go deeper. Peyton says I have enough going on. Yeah, no sense adding that drama to your life on something that is meant to be fun and that you're sharing with others. Is that a depth hitter, Runner Boy? I'm just looking at your channel right now. Or is it a user? Lost tons of strength, unfortunately. Let's see, Not What It Says. Oof, I got so confused by perspective. All the perspective videos just say stuff like, don't worry, you'll get it. Perspective easily. Only a 3-point perspective. It is hard, but what do you mean a bit hard? Hey, do you have an art teacher that you can turn to? Bruno Boy said he's commented with 3. It's all of them. Use a depth hitter. One thing that I found is most people who comment and do stuff like that don't have a channel of their own, or they don't have content of their own. I'm not saying that's always the case, but I think predominantly yes. Night Watcher says, nope, other than my friend who was a pro artist, but our time zones aren't great matches. I'm sorry to hear that, because having a teacher or a mentor is invaluable for sure. So, guys, I think we'll wrap it up for the afternoon. I've got a few things to do. I'll be back. Really appreciate you guys showing up and having this conversation with me. It was a good conversation. We hit some important points. And Kathy, I hope you consider doing the live streams. You know, like I said, maybe even just once, twice a week, and just hitting them on a regular basis, twice a week so people know, even if it's not the best time, it's your time. It's Kathy time, and people can turn out for it. Night Watcher says, bye, Yogi. Thank you. And Amy says, take care, everyone. Take care, too, my friend. Thank you. Runner Boy, Flower, Kathy, appreciate you being here. Milka, of course. Always a big thank you to Milka and our friend Goldie. Goldie, I hope you're enjoying your day off. And Odom was here. Thank you, Odom, for showing up. Am I missing anyone? No. Amash's Purpose was here. Just scrolling through, making sure I get everyone, if possible. I know Ahmed was here too. I want to thank him. He's been an amazing friend. And I think that's just about everyone. So, thank you guys. And Kathy, however I can support you, I definitely will. So, Goldie says, yes, I am, and thank you. Awesome. I will see everyone, if not today, then later, tomorrow. I appreciate any time that you do show up. So thank you. Night Watcher says, peace, Jokester. You too. And we got someone popping in. 6R says, hi, my friend. We're just shutting down for the day, but I appreciate you coming in and saying hi. Thank you. I'll see everyone later.